All right, gentlemen. Belt line is good right here. The top of the letters up. Belt line is good right where it is. You both receive my instructions, so you know what I expect. Obey my commands. Protect yourselves at all times. Touch gloves. God bless you both.
That was cute.
It's our main event, BOXFEST 15. Two undefeated fighters, toe-to-toe, Moreno and Twaiti coming in. This is scheduled for 8 rounds. Twaiti in the white and gold trunks, Moreno in the Mexican colors, the red, white, and green.
Tell you what, I like that they both came right to the center of the ring. Oh, I like that. And they both working the jab, you know what I mean? Like, start with the basics.
Well, you had a feeling it would start this way, especially if yesterday's weigh-in was any indication of how this main event will go. Both animated, both talking and chirping a lot.
Yeah, I think, you know, the Wichita kid, Moreno, he's just got a little chip on his shoulder. And Twaiti is just New York, you know, so this could be a recipe for success.
Now, Twaiti with that left hook just grazed forehead of Moreno. Moreno back to the body and now comes upstairs with that jab. See how twitchy Moreno is. Very quick off the jump.
Yeah, keyword twitchy. And, you know, when I watched him, I did not see a lot of feints coming from him when I watched him. However, I saw this twitchiness, and I kind of interpret that as you know, a form of feigning, I guess, for the sake of words.
And you see Moreno trying to establish the jab early. Keeps floating it out there as Twaiti comes in with the uppercut. Moreno saw that one coming.
I think this is good work from both guys so far, you know. I say all the time, you're nothing without your jab, and both these guys, even though they're both being jab dominant right now, it sets the tone, it sets the table for that right there. A nice little counter hook right there.
And now Twaiti comes in with the overhand right, connects against Moreno. And now Moreno trying to cut off the ring a bit. You see the crowd getting into this main event already. Final 10 coming up of round 1. Good back and forth action. Now shot to the body for Moreno. As now that is the end of round 1.
Beautiful, okay? Be smart, okay? We're just smart, bro. He can't fuck with us in boxing, okay? You hear me? You can't touch us. You can't touch us, all right? Keep moving, keep doing. Use the jab, control everything, okay? No pop. Okay? All right. That's what we wanted to know. Define him, touch him, up, down, all right? Keep your hands up. Once you feel a touch, boom, come right back with something, okay? Keep being smart. Just keep being smart. Just keeping his jab on this hand. I got it. I seen it. So just keep jabbing it, all right?
Go back up on him. Circle him. All right? We don't have nothing for you. Keep your jab working up and down on him. When he gets close, make them shoot. All right? Don't just stand there waiting. Punch with it. Punch with it.
Great.
Round 2 here of our main event. So, start things off, it was good. Cautious pressure from both men in that opening round, Sean.
Yeah, I don't know a lot about Moreno's corner, but I do about Twaiti's corner. He's got tons and tons of experience in that corner. Saddam Ali is even right there in the corner with him. Beat Miguel Cotto some years ago. I point that out because, again, when both guys have very similar styles, very similar ways of thinking and maneuvering in the ring, well, how do you beat the other? Well, now the corner is what comes into play. So we'll see if we'll get some adjustments from either side. Nice overhand, counter overhand landed right there from Moreno.
And now Ali trying to counter with an overhand right of his own. Good left hook from Moreno now as he's getting off the gun a little bit quicker, Sean.
Yeah, absolutely. I think just right there finding the timing and the counters right there. Something I didn't anticipate coming from him, Moreno. I thought he'd be first a majority of the night, but I like Twaiti coming out and trying to establish his rhythm and his flow. Listen, when you're Twaiti, this is what you got to do. You not only beat your opponent, but you got to beat the crowd.
Absolutely, as certainly fighting on Moreno's home turf here in Texas. Twaiti trying to establish the jab, but Moreno very quick off the jump again. Just missed Twaiti. Now,
good work from Moreno. That was a triple jab, but it wasn't a combination. It was 1, 2, 3, and then he brought an uppercut, and the uppercut landed.
And now Moreno comes forward with the right hand, just missed as Twaiti trying to time up that left hook, followed it up with the straight right.
That's that New York slickness I was talking about. Bring that, whip that hook out there. Talking about Twaiti.
Now Twaiti sticks the jab in the face of Moreno. Moreno, again, good work in the corner. Back to the body is Twaiti. And now Twaiti presses forward on Moreno, trying to get him to fight off his back foot. Moreno, good job, solid right hand. Caught Twaiti on the chin there. Now a stiff jab again from Moreno. Back to the body is Twaiti. Final 10, and that's the end of round number 2 here between Twaiti and Moreno. There you see friend Saddam, the World Kid Ali, former WBO junior middleweight champion, here supporting his fellow friend in Khalid Twaiti. Both men out of Brooklyn. Fellow Yemen fighter as well.
I'm telling you, my favorite part of boxing, the relationships you make, man. I've known World Kid since he was, we teenagers, young teenagers, 13, 14 years old. He was the only amateur that had a boxing name. World Kid, he's been World Kid forever, man. So happy to see him today.
I'm sure he's watching this one closely, shouting instructions already. I looked over, already shouting at Twaiti, helping support him and trying his best to steer him to victory as well. Moreno, very close rounds through 2 so far, Sean.
Yeah, actually got one apiece. Not going to tell you which is which, but I got it one apiece.
Overhand right connects for Moreno. Twaiti down to the body and now sticks the jab right in the face of Moreno.
Oh, man.
It was beautiful work.
I got to tell you, though, you see how limited Twaiti is right there. Got your man dead to the rights in the corner, but not the kind of offense needed to truly take advantage right there. Now, look, let's see Moreno on the other side.
Yeah, Twaiti didn't really unload that right hand. He had the opportunity to.
Yeah.
Moreno now pressing forward as he becomes the aggressor.
And then Twaiti slick enough to slide out and get off before he slid out.
And now Twaiti back to the body. Moreno counters with that left hook.
Oh, man, it's so funny when I watch boxing. I was taught how to box and fight at any point in the ring. And just to see how these fighters are shying away from certain moments and then capitalizing on other moments, it's like, wow.
Overhand right, connected for Twaiti. As Moreno backs away. And you said it, Sean, there's times where you got to outbox your guy, and there's times where you just got to outfight your guy.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, the funny thing, man, that's the thing about boxing. It's such an intelligent sport, but at the same time, it's such an instinctive sport. Good work right there from Twaiti. Just take advantage of that moment.
Yeah, there you started to unload some power shots there as Moreno was trapped on the ropes. Moreno smartly gets out of it, now back on his stick, going with the jab. Moreno straight right again.
I'll tell you what's surprising from Twaiti. He doesn't have that sharp, fast jab that a lot of New Yorkers have, you know, with the long frame that he has. I would expect him to have a snapping, fast jab, and he doesn't have that.
Straight jab from Moreno, and now came over the top with the right hand. Dances away. Is Twaiti. And now back to the jab is Twaiti. Moreno seems to have a little bit more power behind his shots thus far.
Yeah, you know, it's the way he delivers the punches.
Yep.
Moreno delivers with power, and Twaiti delivers with speed.
Taking a look at some of the highlights from that round, Sean.
Right here, Twaiti just taking advantage of a moment. When you have a round where neither fighter has landed big, clean shots, a moment like that is what the judges remember. So he did the right thing, just letting his hands go right there.
There is Slim, the Hitman. Alba here, two-time Misfits boxing champion. Also here in support of Khalid Twaiti.
I knew I recognized that dude. It's crazy how the social media world, the influencer world has really just invaded boxing.
And now we're set for round 4 with Twaiti and Moreno. As Moreno back on the jab. And now we'll go to the schmo with some insight.
Was able to listen to Twaiti's corner right there. You hear Saddam Ali just asking for more volume to keep touching him right there. Don't look for the knockout shot. Don't go 1 for 1. Don't let him off the hook. Keep putting the pressure on him.
There you see Twaiti with some input there, Sean. Not bad advice from his corner.
It's a different kind of pressure. It's not, you know, bang them and break them down kind of pressure. It's, you know, I'm in your face. I'm right here in your wheelhouse, ready to work. And the thing I want to personally see from Twaiti is just more hand speed and more combination punches opposed to the ones and the twos every now and then, like that right there. This is what I want.
Exactly. This is exactly what you talked about, Sean, as he followed up with 4, 5, 6 shots as Moreno was cornered on the ropes. A little bit of success we've seen, Sean, is when Twaiti's able to pressure Moreno along the ropes and he's able to unload those combinations.
I mean, look, number one is that I always like to point out when a fighter switches stands because, you know, I'm always curious to see why he did that. I'm not seeing why at the moment for Twaiti, but the main thing there is Moreno's so front foot heavy, like that right there. When you push him back, he can only go into a defensive posture with his hands up. There's no true defense to create offense. So it's advantageous for Twaiti to keep trying to push Moreno back.
Absolutely. He's starting to have some success here in this round, is Twaiti, as he's really changed up the look a few times, causing some confusion for Moreno.
And again, that's the beautiful thing about boxing. You come in here thinking, well, I just need my speed and my foot movement on this guy because he wants to come after me. Then you find out, well, you know, if I push him back, he can't handle that.
And now Moreno trying to unload, but Twaiti back down to the body and try to follow it up with the left hook.
Another nice left hook. Two nice left hooks landed by Moreno right there.
Beautiful combination there, but countered by an uppercut of Moreno.
And it's that New York slick.
And you're starting to see Twaiti open up the arsenal more and more.
Yeah, which is, you know, what I said coming in here. He has a great corner, which means they're prepared to do a lot with anyone they have in front of them. And Twaiti just kind of, you know, still playing around with things, trying to figure it out.
And now tied up as Moreno pushes Twaiti off. And now overhand right just misses. Twaiti was able to back away out of the action at the end of round number 4. Sean, good back and forth action, but that was probably Twaiti's best round of the fight.
I agree. His best round of the fight. He had that moment right there to take advantage of backing your opponent up on the ropes like he did right there with Moreno. And then he found his back against the ropes. And I love the fact that even though my back is against the ropes, I'm going to do what I do best. Be fast. Be slick. Good round from Twaiti.
Look around him. All you gotta do is stay a little more hustle. You gotta be more active, man. A little more active. You know? He's getting broken down a little bit. Let's go, baby. Watch the gloves off. Watch the gloves off. Let's go.
We enter the second half of this main event. Twaiti against Moreno, both men undefeated, as the Schmo was just in the corner of Moreno. The Schmo, what adjustments does Moreno need to make?
Moreno's corner's asking for him to control the pace, force Twaiti to fight off his back foot.
We've seen Moreno, the moments he's had success is when he does have Twaiti fighting off the back foot, Sean.
Again, you know, I call it New York slick, and what I mean by that is, you know, these New York guys, they're fast, both with their hands and their feet, but they also are able to do a lot of things, you know. So the thing we would think would work for Moreno is pushing him back, pushing Twaiti back, but Twaiti's able to box off the back foot very well. And what I like is when Twaiti's being first, you know. So I think Twaiti has presented a puzzle to Moreno. And Moreno now coming into the second half of the fight, a little more hesitant than he was in the first half.
I think Moreno's got to change up gears. I think when we first saw the first few rounds, he had some success, but the minute Twaiti adjusted to that little bit of a shift, now you need Moreno to change gears now.
Yeah. I think it's time for Moreno to get back to that twitchy, you know, fast twitch kind of boxing that he had early on, instead of taking these steps back.
And now Twaiti starting to unload. This is where he's had success. Whenever he gets Moreno on those ropes, he's really able to stay without a range while delivering offense as well. Sort of his sweet spot.
Yeah, he's one of those kind of guys that doesn't punch to hurt. He punches to touch. And usually when a guy punches to touch, they're always ready for defense, which is why what you just said right there, he's able to stay in range and hit him and always be ready with his defense.
Now Moreno comes in with the looping left hook, followed up with the right.
That was nice.
And he didn't get all of Twaiti, but got enough as now Twaiti tries to answer with that right hook as referee Benjamin Rodriguez warns him. Said watch the elbow there.
Tell you what, man, especially early on in my career, I didn't care who you were rooting for. I just like the loud crowd. So I hope this is pumping those guys up.
And now Twaiti with a beautiful jab work there. 4 straight jabs, 2 to the body, 2 upstairs.
Yeah, that's an educated jab right there. It takes an educated boxer to use an educated jab. That's good work. Good work coming back from Moreno.
Exactly,
Yeah.
trying to unload on those power shots, but Twaiti says none of those got through. I'm right here. Final 10 here, round 5. And now Twaiti just missed an uppercut from Moreno.
How you feel? best.
Get my notes.
Wipe your face off. Wipe his nose off. Don't worry about that. Beautiful work, okay? Hey, move my head a little bit more for me, okay?
I got you.
Don't get lazy on me, okay?
got you, bro.
Beautiful work, bro. He can't handle the pressure.
All right, take a
Just
look
being
at
honest
the
with you.
highlights
It's
here,
too much
Sean.
for him. If you just-
Very, very close round. Both these guys had a lot of success this round. That uppercut, but then, I'm sorry, the hook, but then the overhand right there. That was a good punch. But then when you see the replay, something that the judges don't have the luxury of, you see that Twaiti actually rolled that punch. Still landed, but not nearly as much impact as it looked like it had in real life. Do I call it real life? Real time speed? What do I call it?
Exactly, real time
Which
speed.
one? That wasn't real life.
Round 6 here. Twaiti against Moreno. Sean, so far through 5, how have you seen it?
I have Twaiti up by 1 round. I think the last 2 rounds were really good rounds for Twaiti. That last round was the closest round of the fight so far. And I actually have Twaiti winning by 1 round.
Twaiti's found some success here. But Moreno still very live in this one. Neither man has really wanted to give an inch here. Right hook just missed by Moreno. Because now Twaiti comes over the top with the right.
And I'm pretty sure he rolled that as well, you know? So, again, nice right hand landed right there from Moreno.
And now Moreno shuffles forward with the jab.
But I gotta say this, man, those are the techniques that a lot of judges don't understand. Rolling shots and punches that don't land flush, but you see sweat fly and things of that nature. And we saw this in the judging last week with Caleb Plant in his fight against Resendiz.
Yep.
Wasn't nearly as close as the judges had it, but they don't understand some of the subtle things that fighters do.
And now Twaiti trying to get on the inside of Moreno. One thing that's evident, Sean, is both guys are very well schooled.
Absolutely, yeah. And the other thing too that I'm not seeing, I know that Twaiti's corner, they want him to push Moreno back. They know he has the ability to do that, but he isn't doing it.
And that was a good strong left by Moreno. Now digging into the body work is Moreno, finding some success there.
Yeah, I think that body work really did do some damage.
Yeah, you saw Twaiti get pushed back there. And now Moreno starting to have some success as he ties up. Moreno certainly does have some pop with his punches. But Twaiti back on the stick. Overhand right connects for Moreno and now gets out of harm's way.
I'm not crazy about the hometown narrative, but when you're fighting in somebody else's state, somebody else's city, you can't afford things like looking like you're being beat.
Yep.
You know, postures moving backwards and postures of, you know, hands down and things of that nature.
Perception's everything.
Absolutely, and Twaiti cannot afford that.
And now Twaiti, some good work there with the double jab, followed it up with the right hand. Moreno trying to connect with that uppercut, followed it up with the straight right now. And that's the end of round 6. Good action again here.
Another close round.
This is going to be a tough one for the judges, Sean. I mean, it has been back and forth.
Yep, and I'm over here making it difficult on myself.
Let's go get it. Let's go get it. Dry his gloves off. Dry his gloves off. Both sides. Let's go. Get up. Go get this. Let's go.
All right, round 7 coming up between Moreno and Twaiti. It has lived up to the billing as the main event. The Shamo was just in the corner of Twaiti. So what did you hear, Shamo?
big sense of urgency out of this corner right there. They want him to press forward. They want him to force Moreno to fight off his back foot because they feel like that the best opportunity for Twaiti is to impose his will on his opponent.
So Twaiti getting some instructions here coming into the final couple rounds as now a beautiful uppercut lands as he's doing exactly what his corner wanted, pushing Moreno on his back foot.
That was good work right there. You know, and again, the thing about boxing, it may cause for you to do something you're uncomfortable doing. But those are the guys that get to the top, guys that are willing to be uncomfortable.
So now Twaiti back down to the body and comes upstairs. Right hook connects for Twaiti.
The reason I mentioned being uncomfortable is because I know that that's not Twaiti's game. Twaiti's game isn't walking you down and breaking you down. He has the ability to do it, not in that truest form, but now he has to do it.
Good left hook landed by Moreno, and you know that's what makes the top tier fighters what they are, is you have multiple ways that you can win a fight. You can adjust on the fly, and we're seeing that so far from Twaiti.
Absolutely.
But it is still a very close fight here. As now you see Twaiti change his stance back to orthodox. He was just in southpaw for a moment, now back to the body.
Yeah.
Now Twaiti sticks that jab in the face of Moreno.
It's good work.
Now Twaiti leaps forward. Moreno tries to land that right hook back to the body. Final minute of round 7.
Seems to me like Twaiti's good at a lot of stuff. And funny, oddly enough, Moreno's good at a couple of things. And he's like caught between identities. He doesn't know exactly who he wants to be. He's backing up at one moment and then trying to be aggressive at another.
Well, you see Moreno with a little bit of a smile. He's feeling good. Overhand right gets through the defense of Twaiti. Now Twaiti counters back with the straight right of his own. And now he pushes Moreno along the ropes. Back to the body, and this is where Twaiti likes to live. Lasted for a short period there. So now Moreno back to the center. Moreno with the left hook, just missed. Now Twaiti, good body work there. Caught Moreno there. Now a straight right hand connects for Moreno at the end of round 7. So back and forth this one goes.
Okay, show us something right here. Don't get desperate, don't go crazy. Be smart and grab this motherfucker up and take this belt home. Okay. You're taking it home. Hey, what do you say we're gonna do? We're gonna kiss you tonight. Yeah. Let's do it, bro. Stay tight. Look over there. Smart, be sharp. That's ours. Hey. Right there. See it?
Keep your hands up and walk them down.
Don't step back.
Stop dropping your hands being cute.
Don't step back.
Let's go.
Ain't no stepping back, huh? Ain't no tomorrow.
Come on, ain't no tomorrow.
Ain't no tomorrow.
This is the last round.
Ain't no tomorrow.
Let's go.
Coming into the final round, Sean, how do you see this so far?
I don't know. I can't do math. I got Twaiti up by 1 round.
Final round, it's been close throughout. Neither fighter has given the edge away. Schmo was just in the corner of Moreno. What did you hear, Schmo?
Rocky Balboa-esque like speaking right there. Do it for Wichita Falls. You hear the crowd, you hear the people. Bring this thing home.
Final round, as good action already. They know their O hangs in the balance. Good body work from Moreno. Now he comes upstairs. Twaiti with the feint. Gets Moreno off his spot there. Back to the body is Twaiti.
Just heard from the corner, you're waiting too much, just go for it. And that's exactly why Moreno's getting off on Twaiti right now. He's just waiting, not operating the way that he was last round.
And now Twaiti Backs up from Moreno, eats a left hook from Moreno, now a right hook from Moreno.
I tell people all the time, one of the biggest keys to success, is consistency. When you're consistent at what works, you're gonna be successful. Twaiti's falling away from the consistency of backing Moreno down, and he's losing this round right now.
Yeah, Moreno's come on strong in these last couple rounds as he's starting to up the output, as now Twaiti tries to get him to change up. But now Moreno back to the body. Good jab from Moreno.
Khalid Twaiti, he just doesn't have the energy, doesn't have the conditioning.
Yeah, he's not throwing a lot here in this final round.
Yeah, he's tired. Time to go.
And Moreno's really starting to pick up the pace, trying to land that uppercut. Connects with that straight right.
Nice
Caught
one, too.
Twaiti coming in. And Moreno, overhand right, connects there as back to the body and continues to rip into the body of Twaiti.
Man,
it's been all Moreno in this final round, Sean.
Absolutely, all Moreno. Nice right hand right there landed from Twaiti, but nothing on it. Nice counter hook right there, too.
And Moreno continues to push forward, connects with that right hand. Twaiti now trying to utilize that jab. Final 10 of this one, our main event. It's Moreno, it's Twaiti. Good contest, as now both men starting to unload. Twaiti back to the body. Tight in close quarters, and that is all she wrote. It comes down to the judges. So our main event, good technical fight. Twaiti had his moments, Moreno had his, Sean. Looking back at your keys for both fighters, did they do what you said they had to do in order to get the victory?
I think both guys really acted accordingly. They did what I thought that they should do, could do, would do. And don't be mad, I got this one to draw. I got this one to draw. And I say this all the time. Not the best boxing judge out there.
Again, Sean, too, I hate draws just as much as the next fan, but I can't hate it if it's a draw. I mean,
yeah, this was a good boxing match. I truly do think it's going to be a draw. My heart gets in the way a lot, and I'll leave it at that. But I thought both guys did very well. Both guys had some pretty big moments, too. This was, I would say, way better than I thought it was going to be.
All right, thanks, Sean. We'll be back with our official decision right after this.
This summer, the fight isn't just in the ring. It's on the blockchain. Introducing NATC Sports Coin, the first meme coin made for fans of combat, chaos, and culture. From knockouts to crypto, we're building a fan-powered movement for every fighter, every fan, every sport. Join the pre-sale. Own the moment. NATC Sports Coin. Meme the game.
Ladies and gentlemen, after going all 8 rounds inside the Red Owl boxing ring, the official scorecard reads as follows. Judge Russell scores it 79-73. Judge Alvarez, 78-74. And Judge Reyes scores it 80-72. In favor of the winner by way of unanimous decision. And now, the WBA Continental USA Bantamweight Champion, from Wichita Falls, Texas,